The path to success in life is never perfect. But in rough times, I recommend serenity. Taking time for yourself to appreciate and reflect where you have gone and where you can go and where you have not journeyed before. No, this is not a Star Trek commercial or a self-help thing by Tony Robbins. This is me, Tom Brady, after the Super Bowl. Talk soon. It's been a hard season. It's time to relax. Will you join me for Motivation Monday? We'll talk after my brief lap and back. And please, everybody, don't time me. I just scored 1 touchdown in the Super Bowl, and I'm very tired. Very tired. Wait a second. I didn't score any touchdowns. I just handed the ball off. How you guys doing? Whew. It's been a long trip, flying around the world. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, bringing you Motivation Mondays. How you guys doing? I know it's, well, today is Tuesday here. My flight's at 11 a.m., but I wanted to post this video. First off, as predicted, the Patriots pulled it off. Tom Brady is officially the GOAT, and if you want to question why he's the GOAT, then you can just take your hate and throw it down the drain, because he's proven himself again and again. Now, I know it's kind of annoying to see the same team win over and over again for a sport that we love, and it's kind of emotional, but you got to ask yourself, is it really Tom's fault? Bill Belichick? The Rams? No. The problem with football in general, if you look at other organizations, I noticed, is that they don't run their companies, run their organizations with the level of respect for team unity as the Patriots. While some of the people, you know, Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, I'm trying to remember this by name. By the way, I'm not a Patriots fan for say. I'm just a Tom Brady fan. Julia Elliman won the MVP. I know I'm missing another guy last year. Anyway, last year was Danny Amendola. We have Rob Gronkowski, obviously, but you have different people that have performed in times of great calling, because this is the biggest stage of the entire season. So, enough of that. It's not about the GOAT, but when you are the champion, and you've proven yourself 6 times and gone to the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship like 8 times in a row or something like that, You gotta ask yourself, what else is there really? Why do people hate? Figure that out. Just like Julian Edelman said, why don't the haters just collaborate? That was an interview recently at ESPN. All right, so Motivation Mondays. All right. I guess what I want to share with you guys is something interesting. The other day, when I got in, there was a lady over there. And by the way, happy Chinese New Year to everybody that celebrates that. Hopefully you're not at the casino betting at the baccarat table at the Crown Casino, because that's where everybody is in Australia. There's like, I don't know, at least 50 to 75 baccarat tables in the Crown Casino. It's absolutely insane. Well, the other day there was a lady right over there, and she is from Taiwan. She told me she's from like she had a 2-year sabbatical from her previous job being a doctor in Taiwan. And an interesting story to this is that she also has a boyfriend here in Australia. Now, typical Daniel Chain style, I like to talk to different people. But in this particular case, I just saw a person that was trying to make others happy all the time. Do you know people that want to make others happy before themselves? They give to others first. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, because if you have children, you obviously have to. But it's really, really important to understand, and this is something that may come across very selfish, but it's actually very sincere. And it's something that has worked for me, and maybe it worked for you. Is that if you are taking care of yourself the best that you can, and you think about yourself first, good things will happen. Now, I'm not saying you just blatantly, I'm not saying the toxic stuff, like, I'm going to go to the bar and hang out with my friend's wife, talking to your wife. Hey, wife, no. You watch the kids while I go to the bar and you basically watch the kids. No, I want to go golfing. Wife, please let me golf and you go watch the kids. No. I'm going to go to the casino because I want to go play poker. Because I deserve it. I deserve it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm referring to giving yourself some time. Recently, I've been giving myself, I've been able to go to the spa. You go to the steam room, you get a massage, get a facial. I know this sounds a little bit weird to you guys, some of you guys, but actually, one of my customers, was very big into this, and he said, hey, try this. It works for my wife and I, and it really it has a connection, and also has a very soothing thing, soothing for your body and such. So my wife and I did a couples massage, and I gotta say, for the 2 hours or so, it was very soothing. Of course, it's very expensive for what it is, and you can always get massages through like chiropractic or more medical massage. But the point is, it doesn't have to necessarily be something you spend money on. Doing something together or doing something for yourself that has more of a peacefulness to it. I hope you guys enjoy this random music in the background, but the point is, it's all about peacefulness and positivity in life. The number one killer that we have in life is stress. It's always thinking about what I'm going to buy next, what I'm going to build next, what am I going to create next? How am I going to get there? How much money will it take? How much time do I have to take off? And oftentimes we forget about what really matters in life. It has nothing to do with the money. I keep saying that to you guys a lot, but I'm not doing it for the money. The money is a means to an end. It's a business. It creates, the wealth created is to give back in many ways, to basically either, give back to my family, give back to my friends, and give back to others. I can do different experiences. I'm going to do the essay contest here. We're going to be announcing that winner this month. And it's just to basically create memories and things in life that, you know, I just are more meaningful, if that makes sense, rather than life memories, life experiences are more meaningful than just being at the daily grind every single day. And I find that people don't take enough time for themselves. You know, it's easy to be at your job, and right now you're probably watching the video maybe at your job, or you're going to work, most commonly watching after your job. That's probably one of the #1 viewed times for my channel. It's almost like a podcast in a way. And I want you to ask yourself, if you're watching this as you're driving home from work after a long, stressful day. I've said this in my other videos. What are you going to do today to lower that stress level? What are you going to do to maybe improve a lifestyle? And I'm not talking just money. Simple stuff. How can you create more time with your kids, your wife, your family, the ones you love, your friends, the real friends, the true friends, the ones that are not hidden in the basement, the ones that are actively participating. Friendships and time is so important in life. The work-life balance is so important. Oftentimes people talk about money and they say, you know, well, Dan, you have more money so you can go do nicer things. But to be honest with you, a lot of rich people, a lot of more successful people actually spend, you know, have an obsession to make more money. Their goal is to just make more money. They don't really actually spend, you know, they sometimes work too much. They're the classic workaholics. And then there's wealthy people who actually, you know, leverage their money to buy them time. And it gives them the ability to do things, to have more time with their family. A weird, quirky thing, by the way, is, you know, when you're at the TSA line at the airport, there's a thing called Clear. It's a clear lane, and it's like $159 a year, something like that. And then basically, you are able to do fingerprint analysis, optical, and you just go right past the line. It's like getting a first class lane, but always dedicated. There's really no one there. It goes right to the TSA agent, and they don't even check your passport or your ID half the time. And my friend Brian Weissman actually, you know, mentioned this to me, and we traveled together to Utah, and I did the Clear line, and I gotta tell you, after doing it a few more times, it's not only worth your time, but also your money. You're probably asking me, well, Dan, why don't you just come 1 hour earlier? Why don't you just, you know, why don't you just do that? And you're right, you could easily do that, and it's obviously more of a luxury to have something like Clear. But if you travel quite a bit and your time is valuable, because you can then spend that extra 15 minutes, 20 minutes to spend time with your kids. If your time is already pretty tight already, why not invest in $159 a year or whatever it is to I think it's $175 actually a year. Anyway, to spend that extra few, you know, the minutes you have with your family, your kids, or your wife. I find that it's a constant reminder in life that the time savings has been really great for being able to do more things with my family. And I want you guys to know that I don't want to be known for, like, I really appreciate, you know, being like this magic, I guess. Some guy told me I was a magic historian, or that's Tavis, but a magic connoisseur of art, like I'm a magic archaeologist in a way. Like, I care about the artifacts of magic, the archaeologists of magic. And that was a nice compliment, but I honestly do not care about the titles. I just want to be known as a great dad and a great husband. Those two things matter more to me than any of the Black Lotuses or the recent $1.5 million art deal or the high graded Alpha Lotus or whatever that's coming up. I'll be showing you. I mean, sure, those are marketing and great to talk about for stories, and yeah, it's interesting to see. Some of you guys are here for my channel because of those reasons, and I think that's great. But at least on Mondays, I have an opportunity to share with you more of an in-depth, what makes me feel good type of thing. So I want you guys to think about something. I want you guys to take away something in this video today, I hope. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Is there someone you could call? Is there someone you could not just text or email, but it's just someone you can say, hey, I haven't heard from you for a while. I just want to say hello. See how that conversation goes. I think about things all the time, and I often wonder where things will go, and I wonder how the world will go because it's so weird. There's so much chaos, so much drama in the politics and all the pettiness in life, the hate. But I realize all you can do as a person is just continue growing yourself. You focus on yourself first, and everything else will come together. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great Monday. I'm going to be getting some breakfast, and I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the most boring Super Bowl ever. But we still won. The Patriots won. I always like goats. They're always better than rams. Goats just are smarter, more wise. Sure, they may deflate the ball once in a while, but the goats live forever.